There are 3 pieces of salmon here, and there are 4 sauces. And one of the biggest, I'm going to use 2 sauces, half with honey, half without honey, because I want to taste. And the other 2 sauces, one is with mustard, and the other one is a seasoning mix. What am I doing? Trying to implement my cooking system. I'm supposed to cook for 4 meals. This is the equivalent to 4 meals in one day, and freeze the remaining 4. I could freeze the remaining 4 for future week already seasoned, but I don't yet know what I like, so I'm going to cook these already with these seasonings. I will be able to find out what are the ones I like, or what are the ones I like the most, because I believe I like them all. And in the future session where I have to freeze the salmon, I will already freeze it with the seasoning on, so that when I do want to have the salmon, I don't have to worry about that. I just take it out the freezer, defrost it, and put it in the oven. By the way, since fish take on the seasonings very fast, I'm not going to do it the day before. I'm going to probably do it in a water bath. So put plastic around so it doesn't get in the fish and in water. I don't know if that is the best way to do it or not, but I prefer to do it because it will be faster, and it also gives me the possibility to decide right before dinner or lunch what I want to eat, instead of today I'm going to think about what I'm going to eat tomorrow. Tomorrow I might not want to eat that, but in the day right before I will know what I want. So this is just me seasoning them. I will put them in a baking tray. That part is a tiny baking tray made with aluminum foil, so that the ones that have the seasoning that is liquid could be separated. The flavors remain in each. That one only has salt because I'm also thinking about making sushi bake. Not today, but it only takes salt. That one already has it. So this one is a seasoning with honey. So I will use it in half of the fish, half on the upper part of the fish, and half on the lower part of the fish. Why? Because this lower part has fat, and I want to know how they react, how flavor changes when there is fat. Not going to make a difference, because whatever fish I get will be whatever fish I have, but I want to know. Now it's starting to have fat here, so I'll be able to differentiate. The main seasoning is the same for both, but one has honey and the other one doesn't. So now I'm going to pour all the honey part in here, or the remaining honey part in here, and here. And I'm going to do the same with the non-honey parts. I'll put the link to the videos below. This one is mustard. I love mustard. So that's why I've chosen the big one for mustard, because I want mustard. I like it. And I have a feeling I will absolutely love this. I'm going to do it the same way. I believe it would be wasted if I didn't put it here. And this way, everything will stay in the tray. So if not from above, it will get the flavor from below. I should probably put it on both sides, most likely, but I'm not. I'm just putting it on top. I don't have any justification for it, except the fact that I've just thought about it now. I only have one glove. I'm not going to touch salmon, which is texturally disgusting, and it's fatty. So yeah, that's why I'm only doing it on one side. The other two, so one already has salt, because before this all of them were covered with salt. Not covered, I applied salt in all of them. I will also put the link to the video about it. It's like how to prepare salmon. It's not how to season salmon. It's more like how to prepare it. But in that preparation, salt is already included, so it doesn't need to be added anymore. And if you want to increase the seasoning, we can, like I'm doing now. So this is another experiment. This one is one that I'll keep on doing whenever I do this, because this one is, this is, I don't know if I'll find this video. This is a seasoning for chickpea sausages. I was never able to do chickpea sausages, but when I smelled it, because that was the criteria I used to choose the seasonings, I smelled a few blends. I had a feeling that this might be nice with salmon. It may not, I may be wrong, but it might be. I'm not going to flavor or season the skin, because I always take the skin off. It's too fatty, I don't like it. So we'll only go by the inside. This was the winning, so to speak, seasoning. Doesn't mean it's the only one. There are 2 or 3 more that I believe will also be good, but I had to choose one, and I chose this one. So next time I cook salmon, I'll also do this way. This is the way I do now. This is the way I cook for the system, the cooking system. Every protein source cooked enough for 4 times with the same or different seasoning. That's up to me, whatever I feel like it at the time I'm cooking. And I will always have one to try. Will I know? Well, the mustard one is easy, the salt one is easy, and yeah, I will know. So in the oven, 180 Celsius, degrees Celsius. And I'm going to set the timer for 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes I'm going to check how they are. It's not a science. Some are thicker and bigger than the others, so I may have to take some earlier than the others. Doesn't really matter. What matters is that when I do take them out, they are cooked but not dry. So even if they are slightly less cooked when I take them out, they are going to stay a bit, and that bit will finish the cooking process, like we do in rice. We don't wait until it's completely cooked and the water is completely evaporated. We take it out of the stove and we let it stay for a bit longer until it finishes cooking without the risk of burning it. Salmon prep for fish, in this case for salmon, in this system. I've been doing these sessions for, I've made it for ground beef and beans so far, and they are demanding. The reason they are demanding is more because I don't fully prepare it. It's more like, oh, I want to do this, and then in the day I have to wiggle. But I know that that's what makes it hard. So in future sessions, and I believe the next one will be chicken because it's what I have at home, I will choose the recipes before. So what I do basically to decide is I write how many pieces it is. It's 4, and the main ingredients it's going to take. Don't even put, it's not a recipe, it's just the things. And honestly, I just eyeballed everything. And then below, if there are alternatives, I write them below so that I don't get confused, and I have a sort of plan, which isn't necessarily do this, but these are the things you can do. And from those things, in that case, I had 4 pieces, but for each piece, in total, I had 10 alternatives for the same 10 pieces of fish. And that's what I want. I want possibilities. I can then use them. I write down the ones I made. When I eat them, I will write down which ones I like the most, and next time I do them, I'll do the other possibilities, and in the end I'll have a chart telling me which are the ones I like the most. And so the ones I will probably end up doing more frequently, and just in case I don't find others that I might come to like more or that I want to try as well. But for now, these are the ones I have, and this is the thought process I'm using to get this system in place.